Are you here?
Hi.
Hey, hello. Okay, guys, wait, I pin you first. Okay. Hey, okay, yeah. Why so dark at the back?
Don't know. Okay, yeah. Can see or not?
Okay, can. Okay, yeah. Hi guys. So this is Ravena. She's the top student from convent, and the purpose I purposely invited here to come to this talk is because to give you an idea of how to go about the next few months. Yeah, guys, can you say hi to Ravena? You can just type.
Hi.
Hi. Some are from your school, one, you know. Some are from your school.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Some are your juniors, direct juniors.
Hello.
Okay, so guys, do you have any question for her? Do you have any question for her? Still hello. This is a very impromptu session. Just whatever you feel like sharing, you can share. Oh, I have one question here. What, Matish, what's this? How do you cope with stress?
How do I cope with stress? Okay,
Actually,
lah.
Let me ask first. Do you really feel stressful or not?
Yeah, lah. I mean, especially when like exam is getting nearer and nearer, then the stress, like you can feel it, build slowly. But I think now, like where they're at, like exam is still like a few months away, so still chill. No stress yet.
Actually, like how many weeks before exam you start preparing?
So because last year we all everything stopped because of the MCO. So when we were all at home, I tried to tell myself, since I'm at home, I might as well make something of it. So every day, even though it's not much, I try to do like something related to study. Like maybe I would read like 5 pages of Sajara, or maybe do 1 or 2 pages of AdMath, like, just something so that I don't lose touch. Because I noticed like if I go like 2 weeks without doing AdMath, then if I decided I wanted to do again, then I realized like I completely forgot. So like I really like stay consistent lah, basically.
Okay, with that said, I want to ask you, do you ever do this one day only study one subject?
Oh, I'm not like that.
Yeah, guys, I was telling you all because I was teaching them of how to plan timetable last week, you see. So I told them, good students, top students never study one day, one subject. So far, we spoke to, I did quite a few sessions like as such. The past 3 sessions, all the top scorers have the same similarity. They never study one subject one day. They study at least 2-3 subjects one day. Yeah, and I have a question here: how to cope with studies through online class? Actually, maybe you can share with them how you plan your studying, what you do to keep in touch.
Okay, so basically, during the MCO, I know it's like very hard to find the motivation to study, but you have to keep telling yourself that you have to do at least something. It may be really small, it may be like really little, but you have to stay consistent, because the second you forget about studying entirely, that's when it's late to pick up. Like it'll take a long time to get back to where you were before the MCO. So what I did, every morning I would get up and I would sit at my table, and then I would think like, okay, what shall we do today? It doesn't matter how much or how little, but I need to get some things done today. So I would write everything down on a sticky note and I would stick it in front of my table. Then as the day goes along, I cross it off.
Guys, this is called micromanaging, because I taught them they should plan 2 weeks to 3 weeks in advance before their exam. So what she's doing is micromanaging. Means you wake up that day, she just said she'll sit and then she'll think what to study. This is called micromanaging, yeah. But I think most of them now, they wake up, they just lie on the bed lah.
No, you can't do that. You have to really. I know it's really, really difficult. Even I didn't know how to do it myself. Sometimes
do you get demotivated?
All the time.
Guys, can you please listen to this? all the time. It's very normal. Yeah, maybe I would say maybe like in a day, maybe a few parts of the time you feel that, oh, I just don't feel like studying. Yeah. I have a question here. Is it wrong to chill?
Oh, it's wrong. I mean, it's wrong not to chill. Like you have to chill at times. If you keep going, and let's say, okay, yeah, let's say your exams in a month, and you keep like, and you start like 2 months earlier, and you like just push from the start towards the end. I don't know. I feel like I burn out.
Burn
Towards the end, I
out.
got no motivation at
Hey,
all,
burn
and I
out.
don't feel like doing anything. And to me, that's more dangerous than chilling in between.
What is your like for me, right? Last time when I study, I like to study 50 minutes, rest 10 minutes. Then sometimes I listen to songs that 10 minutes. Sometimes before I start, I listen to songs, or maybe I play some back then computer games. But so like what is your, I call it reward system. What is your reward system?
So for me, I don't really have like a fixed reward system. If I'm studying and then I see I've been sitting at my table for like an hour, I make it a point to like, get up, maybe sometimes look outside my window, check my phone, maybe go downstairs and disturb my mom for a while,
Take a
anything just to get
boyfriend.
I don't have my friend, sorry.
Hey, Matish, careful, Matish. Yeah. Matish, very dangerous one.
Yes,
He's
okay,
any
okay.
single girl. Yeah. Wow, this one, I'm also a bit scared to ask. One of the students asked, oh, okay, Shirley, yours, hold on. One of the students asked, do you always focus in school online class?
Okay, that one, okay, it depends lah. If you see your teacher is like, really making an effort, at least she's coming for class, at least, she's trying to teach. Sometimes I really try to pay attention, even though like I know none of my friends are there, like they just leave their computer on and they go away. I sit and I try to learn, because whatever it is, she's a teacher and she's trying to teach us what she knows. So like I try to do my best effort to like listen. Even before MCO, like my friends will be sleeping at the back of class, I'll always be in front and I'll always try to respect the teacher. And even though what she's saying, like I don't really understand, I still pay attention. I don't know, I feel like these teachers deserve that much lah. They're at least trying.
Yeah, true lah. Yeah. Hey, Melissa, guys, can you please put your comment to public? That's a lot of questions, but you need to put it public so Ravena can see. Do you feel guilty when you don't listen or sleep during? Why this question is so funny? Do you feel guilty when you don't listen or sleep? Why or sleep during online class?
So I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm a person that I don't sleep during class. Like it's just a thing. Even during online class, physical classes, school, I don't sleep in school. It's just a thing that I have. I cannot sleep on tables. So even if I wanted to, I can't. So I will just like, focus and pay attention. But sometimes I feel myself like, even though I'm looking at the screen, my attention is not there. Then when I come back and I feel so bad. But yeah, I try my best lah.
This is quite a good one. How many subjects you study a day? Yeah, normally how's your routine?
So my routine, I'm not a person that gets up very early in the morning to study, and I'm not a person that sleeps very late at night.
What time do you sleep and get up? Normal schooling days like them now?
Oh, normal schooling. Okay, wait. So for online classes, I sleep maybe around 11:30. And if my class is at, yeah, I know it's very early. For me, sleep is really important. Like for me, sleep is important.
Okay.
It's something I cannot give up.
I think you need to keep yourself energetic to study lah, because
right.
I was just telling the other day, you need stamina to participate in sports. You need stamina in studying also. It's a stamina lah. Okay, this one Shirley has been asking many rounds already.
Okay.
How do you study science stream subjects? I think this is a very good question.
So science stream subjects, okay, so for physics and chemistry, it's basically understanding. Actually, if you really understand the core concept, there's nothing much to memorize. It's just the way they ask the question is different. If you can understand the concept, then you can just apply it for everything. So to understand the concept,
physics,
physics. There's actually not much to memorize. You only have to memorize like definitions and all that formula. Even if you understand how the formula came about, you can you can wing it during exam. So like to understand, listen to your school teacher, go for tuition, watch videos. And I think the most important thing is you cannot give up. Like even if you don't understand something, you have to do all you can. You have to exhaust like all your resources to make sure you understand. Yeah, basically you can't give up.
This is one similarity between, of what you said and the past few sessions the students said. They never drag the problem.
Right.
They say solve within the week. Yeah, guys, everyone have 24 hours. This is what separates A students and non-A students. Once you find you face a difficulty in a topic or subtopic, it's better to clear it then. Because I told them, it's very normal to forget. It's very normal to forget. It's just that the question is whether you understand it. Because if you understand it, near exam, you recall it's much easier. Yeah, and Ravena, do you memorize the marking scheme religiously?
Okay, I'm not too sure what you mean by that, but okay, let's say I'm doing a physics set and then I'm marking my answers and I see that my answers are different. I will always try to structure my answers so that it'll kinda like how the scheme, like I will base my answers on how the marking scheme is.
Do you make notes?
I'm okay. When I first like in Form 4, I was like, oh, Form 4 gonna sit for SPM next year. Let's make notes. And I used to make so many notes, but I realized I'm the person. If I make notes, I never go back to read them. So I realized, okay, that's a waste of my time. So I usually like I highlight and I like make little notes in the textbook itself. Yeah, that's how I study.
Wow, Matish. Do you study straight away after eating a meal? What question is that?
Sir, read until full, sir, then you know, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, read the question until full, sir, then you know, sir.
For example, you just had your lunch. Do you take some rest? Or you straight away study after lunch? Seems like your lunch more important than your studies, the way I see it. It is because I continue to do my homework after lunch, but my brain don't work. I think you already have your answer, Eddie Matish, from your sentence. Sometimes, guys, sometimes it's good to ask questions because you realize you would understand yourself more, your pattern, your studying pattern, your sleeping pattern. Yeah, normally, you should ask your bio teacher, okay, if you eat too full, you shouldn't be studying. You cannot study on energy used for digestion. Anyway, how do you study sejarah?
Sejarah. Okay, so sejarah, basically my entire life for sejarah was in my textbook. I never used anything else. I never went for tuition. I never had any other reference book. So sejarah basically every like what I mentioned earlier during MCO, I used to take 5 pages. I read 5 pages of sejarah every day. So in those 5 pages, I would highlight all
every day.
Every day, yeah. Just 5 pages because you have 2 forms to cover. You have Form 4 and you have Form 5. So if you take 5 pages every day, towards your exam, you would have covered it.
Yeah, guys, take note of the word every day,
Okay, maybe every weekday. Weekend, even I'm like, a bit lazy sometimes. But weekday, you really have to be consistent.
And how about school homework? A lot of them are very worried about school homework.
Okay, so school homework, what I try to do is like, especially for online classes, you have one class and then you have a break and then you have another class. If I have homework, I always try to finish it during the break. I hate keeping school homework because for me, school homework is like unnecessary. I'd rather be studying, but I want to finish it off. So the second I get it, I do whatever it takes to finish it off as fast as possible. Then I just keep it aside and continue my work.
Because the homework doesn't help you much. The homework is just time consuming. Like what? Homework makan the whole day. And another guy said, yeah, I know, right? Makan the whole day. Yeah, I think homework, guys, you just if you see how if it's not too important, you just change do and move on. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you finish.
Are you using sejarah textbook as a reference? Yeah. Shirley, she just said that she only used sejarah textbook. Sejarah textbook. How long do you study a day? Good question. How long do you study a day back then?
So it varied really. So before, like when SPM was still a bit further away, of course, like it would be less time, maybe about 3 or 4 hours, because you have so much time in a day. You have the morning, afternoon, and night. So there's actually a lot of time if you think about it. So maybe before, like when SPM was still like 5 months away, like maybe like I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours. But when SPM got closer and closer, I remember when SPM was like 2 weeks away, I could study up to 9 or 10 hours a day, because like 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon, and 3 hours at night. So when you balance it like that, it doesn't feel too like heavy.
And in the long run, it feels a lot because you accumulate it, ma. Even morning, afternoon, night. I was teaching them morning, afternoon, night. You plan your timetable, morning, afternoon, night. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours is 6 hours a day. It's damn lot, 6 hours. You can. The 6 hours, if you do it for 1 week, it's 42 hours a week. It's a lot of time. So sometimes I think it's about starting small, starting maybe 1 day, 1 hour, 1 day, 2 hours. I think it's about getting there. Because guys, let me tell you, if you straight away start by studying 10 hours a day without any hours before that, you confirm cannot tahan one. Confirm cannot tahan. How do you deal with daily challenges and demotivation? Then just now she said she messaged boyfriend, ma.
Since when?
What? Matish, you suddenly very polite today. Oh, I'm a bit worried. Yeah. How to deal with procrastination? I think how to deal with procrastination is like how to be motivated lah. Distraction. How about your phone?
Okay, so my phone, like now it's next to me because I'm not studying. But if I'm studying, it's either on the bed, like behind me, way over there, or it's in the other room. I don't keep my phone on my table when I'm studying, because I know if it's there, it's like calling for me to just pick it up and look through
Like
my
a
messages.
devil, guys. It's like a devil. Pick me
Really?
up, pick me up. There is something for you to see. The moment you pick up one, you don't need to study.
So yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I would suggest keep it in another room or somewhere where you can't reach it.
Yeah. I think the phone is, to you guys, that's my time, there's no such thing. So to you guys, the biggest one is biggest distraction is the phone. Biggest distraction is the phone. Do you have a fixed timetable? Do you have a fixed timetable?
No, I don't have a fixed timetable usually, because I tried having a fixed timetable, like Monday study this, Tuesday study that, and I couldn't really follow it. So I prefer like that morning I sit and then I think about what I need to get accomplished by that day. Like if I don't do my list by that day, I'm in like serious trouble, like that kind of thing. So with that, I don't know, I feel a bit more motivated. Like you handle your problems in smaller chunks.
Yeah, it's called micromanaging. Guys, what you can do is you apply the method I taught you. Then every morning you sit down, you double check again. Because I think it's nice to, I know what you mean, Ravena, because I do it in the morning also. Every morning I wake up, I bring my dogs out. Then after that, the next thing is I check what I want to achieve for the day. Guys, I also do it. So definitely you can do it. You plan for 2-3 weeks what you want to study. Then every morning you wake up, okay, today I'm going to cover physics and sejarah. So you just make sure, okay, I'm going to cover these two. Because I think the nice thing about planning, actually, Ravena is also planning, just like she planned from the start of the day. The nice thing is once you finish, the feeling is like, I've done my part. That is the sweet spot about planning your work. You know you deserve a break. It's sweeter to go through that break rather than you do not know what's going on. You just study a bit here, a bit there. Aimless, very aimless. My father having my phone. That's your problem, Matish. Who holding? We don't care, we don't care. What do you do if you didn't accomplish the things you wrote on the sticky note? Because of mood swing.
Okay.
Mood swing. It's a girl thing. Yeah.
Okay. So if I didn't accomplish it, I would feel like, I would feel really bad, because I had like just a simple list of things to do, but I didn't do it. But then I tell myself it's okay. It's not too late. You can still start the next day. So the next day, the thing is, like, I don't know if y'all remember, even Mr. Khor said when you're planning your timetable, you should have like gap days in between.
Hey,
so
you remember? You
remember? Of course I remember. Yeah, I remember. Because I was like, because when I was sitting for SPM, I was like, because that's exactly what I do. I always leave like either 1 or 2 gap days in between, and all the things which I couldn't do, I just fill in my gap day.
Hey, I actually gave that talk in your school, the last time I gave that talk about timetable was in your school, you know, how to plan timetable. I shared the same thing with them last week. Must have gap, must have reward.
Must have gap.
Without reward system, I believe cannot jalan also lah. Okay lah, guys. Any last thing? How do you study for moral? Tisha has been keep asking about moral. It seems like she got problem. Moral just hafal nilai. Yeah, what's it?
The nilai, basically just the nilai. You have to memorize actually you don't even have to memorize the whole, like, you know, the whole sentence. You just memorize the key points. And then moral, because they never ask you, like, even if they ask you apakah definisi nilai, it's only 2 marks. So the most things they wanted to do with the nilai is you take what you understand from the keywords and then you use it for your huraian. So you have to learn how to incorporate it in your huraian. That's all.
Actually, if you know the method, moral is easier than any other subject. Okay, last question, admaths.
Okay, admaths, I struggled with admaths also. So because like everything, because of the MCO everything went downhill, you know, because like my tuition that time it stopped, and then when the tuition picked up back, he didn't like teach that topic. So like there was like 3 topics which I didn't understand at all. So I looked at all the state papers and the past year papers, and I collected all the questions I could get my hands on, and I just did everything. Like even though like I didn't know what I'm doing, I just copied the answer and I just did, and I tried to make sense of it.
Do you just read the answer and not write anything?
Oh, no. I always copy back the answer. And as I'm copying the answer, I'm trying to make sense of it. Like, okay, why did they copy it like this? Oh, it's because you're supposed to do like this. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, common problem with students is you read admaths, you look at the solution, you think you know. That's called reading admaths, because you feel you want to save 2-3 minutes. Actually, have to write one. Because muscle memory, your hand have to get used to writing the formula, the answers. Okay lah, guys. How to make physics fun? Watch YouTube lah. Watch YouTube. Okay lah, guys. Wow. Time just passed like that. You know, I have steam after this already. My God. Hey guys, can you give a word of thanks to Ravena for joining us today? Yeah, she purposely take time off to chit chat with you all lah. Yeah, and I don't know why Matesh suddenly so shy the last 10 minutes today.
Okay, so y'all got any more question means can I don't know, super stalk me on Instagram and then see if you can find me, you can ask me questions. Okay.
The first one to add you to follow is the shy boy. Okay, thank you so much, Ravena. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay, guys,
Okay,
I'll see
bye-bye.
you the rest in scheme later. Okay, bye.